Hello friends, welcome to Arrow Bytes. Myself KN Srikumar. In this video, we are going to learn the fundamentals of embedded system. Basically, the embedded system fundamentals starts from the studies of microprocessor and microcontroller because they are the key component to form an embedded system. To understand these key components plays a vital role in the performance of embedded engineer. So, the study of these key components are essential to glitter in the field. Friends, if you are new to this channel, kindly share and subscribe for more updated videos. Let's get into the video. Friends, our today's title is Fundamentals of Embedded System. In this title, we are going to discuss what is microprocessor, what is microcontroller, what are the functional difference between microprocessor and microcontroller, what are the embedded system architectures, how the embedded system architectures are to be classified. These are all the things we are going to discuss in this video. Let us see. Friends, what is microprocessor? Microprocessors are the programmable device. Obviously, it is a programmable device. Any other special definition is there? Yes, the central processing unit of a microcomputer is called microprocessor. Microcomputer? Yes, see the structure of microcomputer. Here, the functional blocks like memory and I/O systems are connected externally with the microprocessor chip to form the microprocessor board, are called as single board microcomputer. In this structure, the memory and I/O systems are connected externally to the microprocessor chip. It is called as central processing unit of a microcomputer. Then, what is microcontroller? The entire microcomputer can be built on a single semiconductor chip is called microcontrollers. See the structure of microcomputer. The whole microcomputer can be fabricated in a single chip is called single chip microcomputer or microcontrollers. After this definition, let me conclude what is microprocessor. Microprocessors are the central processing unit of a microcomputer. Microcomputers are formed by using the microprocessor, memory and other I/O peripherals. The entire microcomputer can be built on a single semiconductor chip is called microcontrollers. Now, we are very much clear about microprocessor, microcomputer and microcontrollers. Embedded system architectures are classified in two categories. The classifications were made based on the memory organization and memory arrangement. The classifications are Van Neumann architecture or Princeton architecture and another one is Harvard architecture. See the block diagram of Van Neumann architecture. Here the memory is not physically separated, but the memory is logically separated. The logically separated memory is called segment and the process of logical separation is called segmentation. See here, one physical memory is logically separated by the segment like code, data, stack and extra. These are all the segments in the same physical memory. What are the advantages and disadvantages of Van Neumann architecture? The advantages are less physical space is required. Handling just only one memory block is simpler and easier. It is so cheaper. Okay, what are the drawbacks of Van Neumann architecture? Shared memory concept may crash the system. Data bus speed. The CPU is much faster than the data bus, meaning it often sits idle. It is called Van Neumann bottleneck. Fetch rate. Data and instruction share the same data bus, so the fetch rate will be reduced. See the block diagram of Harvard architecture. Here the memories are physically separated. Means separate memory for instruction, that is code, and a separate memory for data. And also separate address and data bus for instruction and data memory. Okay, what are the advantage and disadvantage of Harvard architecture? The advantages are there is a less chance of corruption, offers high performance since the Harvard architecture allows simultaneous fetching of data and instructions. Both memories can use different cell size, making effective utilization of resources. Okay, what are the drawbacks of Harvard architecture? Not widely used, more difficult to implement. More pins are required to implement this system. These are all the drawbacks of Harvard architecture. The functional comparison of microprocessor and microcontrollers. The central processing unit of a microcomputer is called as microprocessor. The entire microcomputer can be built on a single semiconductor chip is known as microcontrollers. Microprocessors are mostly belongs to Van Neumann architecture or Princeton architecture. Microcontrollers are mostly belongs to Harvard architecture. Microprocessors are known as general purpose computers, but in the case microcontrollers, it mostly application specific computers. Inbuilt peripherals are not available in microprocessor, but in the case of microcontroller, inbuilt peripherals like memory, timers, interrupts are available in microcontrollers. Few pins are programmable in the case of microprocessors. More than 80% of pins are programmable in microcontrollers. Mostly byte-wise accessible memory available in microprocessor. But in the case of microcontroller, bit or byte-wise accessible memory is available in microcontrollers. Embedded system can be classified in many ways, but according to the instruction set, they are classified in two categories. They are CISC and RISC. What is CISC? Complex instruction set computer is known as CISC. Then what is RISC? Reduced instruction set computer is known as RISC. What are the difference between CISC and RISC? Strong and large instructions are available in CISC. Lean and few instructions available in RISC. Low hardware complexity in CISC. High hardware complexity or complexity is heavy in RISC. Most of the instructions are multiple cycles in CISC. Most of the instructions are single cycle in RISC. Except branching instruction, it will take multiple bytes. Code density is light because number of instructions are huge, no? So code density is light in CISC, but the code density is high or heavy in RISC. Embedded system. Any CPU based system other than general purpose are known as embedded system. Means that any application specific system are known as embedded system. Consider your washing machine. Washing machine is a perfect example for embedded system because it is specifically designed for washing purpose. An embedded system is a combination of both hardware and software. In other words, dedicated hardware and dedicated software combined together to make a dedicated product is known as embedded system. Means that dedicated hardware and dedicated software which will make a dedicated product is known as embedded system. Friends, in this video we learn what is microprocessor, what is microcontroller, what are the functional difference between microprocessor and microcontroller, what are the embedded system architecture, how the embedded system architectures are to be classified. These are all the things we learn. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you are new to this channel, kindly share and subscribe for more updated videos. We will see you in the next video. Thank you.